Still first down.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, it's Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get that to Colby Parkinson. And it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 13.
From the shotgun, Wilson steps away to his left. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Tampa Bay coming out along with a man who needs no introduction, the great Tom Brady.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that told me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 24, Brady. Looking sideline, incomplete.
On to the sideline and incomplete. It's about that time. It's 3rd down.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And that will be incomplete.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You got to find ways to get off the field when you can. Down and 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. This is taken at the 15. And that'll go as a 57-yard punt with a return of 12. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And a 3-and-out on that 1st drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion.
He's got a man, complete. The 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 73 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a 1st quarter lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Jason Myers now for the extra point. This will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they're able to get this one across the... Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards the pickup there.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A gain of 32 that time. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's up and good. So these teams match. Touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Operating from the gun, Wilson. That's complete right around the 8. And touchdown, Seattle. Colby Parkinson there to make the grab. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
I thought that was a nice job there, feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the foot. Brady now on first down. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down. Throwing now is Brady. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends.
Brady going to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively.
And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8. The 43.
Brady now to throw. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And this is good for a first down. His 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout. Here's Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on second down, Brady. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. From the gun on third down, Brady. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Just with Seattle. Was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now fourth down. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
These playoff games have a tendency to be live. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 41 yards.
Well, big plays have been a hallmark of this offense all season, so there was no reason to think that it wouldn't continue here in this title game. Obviously, the magnitude of the event.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead.
Brandon, they just got the ball. And already they're in the end zone, and you're getting ready.
Myers. And the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing again on second down. Brady, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him, they haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get after the quarterback a little bit, disrupt his timing. Because right now it feels like pitch and catch. Make sure he's not able to have clear sight lines to him, and maybe that'll slow him down.
And this is not the guy you want to let play pitching. That's caught at the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
He sets up the screen to Jones. The Bucs going to go ahead and throwing on first down is Brady. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards to gain there, second down. Again, they'll throw with Brady. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snap. Guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've reached halftime. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Shotgun now for Brady. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now it's Lockett. 51 yards on the punt there. And that will come the offense as they take over.
DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure in, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So that now back-to-back drive CD that have ended with an interception.
Now, I don't know about you, but I'd call my quarterback over, put an arm around him, and say, hey, take a look at the scoreboard. We're playing with a lead. Let's be smarter about what we're doing out there.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards. To throw is Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down, and they were able to get possession.
Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up third down. From the gun, it's Brady. Going up top for Miller. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to put it. Offensively, but this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it, and this time it results in an interception.
Out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Metcalf once again the target. That'll bring up second down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And got his man complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. On the move to his left. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Rolling to his left. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Second and goal from inside the 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the... And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long. And they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll go again to Jones. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Looking downfield for Godwin. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
One quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, Carson. And this will be a Seahawks 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Up a bit. Well, he gets attended to. He'll step aside. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
3rd down and 8 yards.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Able to get the 3rd down conversion. This is good for a 1st down. His 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout. They run it with Carson. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage.
This is something you got to be offensively. And just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And he's got it up and through. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. A quick pass here to Godwin. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And it's 3rd and short. Brady to throw again. It's caught. Jones. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. Again, it's Brady. And that's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive, and he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Antoine Winfield up from the secondary with a tackle. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Just shy of midfield. That's a gain of 6. Brings up
on 3rd down. It's Carson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they're able to get this one past the 30, down to the 25. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Here's Carson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Back at the 29-yard line.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, they certainly have the look of a team with something to prove, don't they? All week, as we prepared for this game, we kept reading about how they said they're going to play a full 60 minutes this week. Has nothing to do with their opponent. No disrespect intended, but they wanted to be people of their word, playing this thing all the way out, trying to finish it strong. But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. The Seahawks are the NFC champs. Time for us to sign off. Thank you so much for watching, and good night, everybody. And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.
Hey yo, yeah, Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy, water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. No one finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. Jay like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense, don't really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken, that JT finger licking chicken. Keep it racking my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my stocks. Hey yo, Nike check. T-shirt check. Sneakers check. Hoodie check. Shorts check. Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy, water dripping on a white tee. And shawty got a man, but she saying white. That's coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. My wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. Going up sky high while I'm rocking Air Force. And she just wanna ride, shorty better get it. Shoes rocking stripes, so it's soft. Stepped on my off-whites. Okay, now wait. Gotta get the bag and racks every day. Don't tell me simple lies I can't. First and the Jason, I'm ready. Gotta get those spots where they don't take time. I pull up on a hop if it's up too high. And you wanna play ball, hit a 3-point shot. This my court, got a block on lock. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Water dripping on a white tee. And shawty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They're like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense, don't really get it to the chicken, that JP finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep it racking my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my stocks. Hey yo, Nike check.
Get out my way, Lil. Get out my way, Lil. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top of it. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls, head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it. So much ice on me, I wish I had 2 necks. I got homies that can sleep without 2. I got homies that can sleep without Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Gon' pop it for me cause I'm rich and poppin' in, yeah. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. West LA, that where you find me though. Cha-cha matcha with a rockin' black clothes. Whip around that Batmobile, ducking 5-0. If you step to me, then be prepared for smoke, lil' bro. Let me feel myself a little bit. Let me blow this down a little bit. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit.
I was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't down once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't fail. Cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical. Pull up in your city for the evening, what you tryna do? Cause I'm open to it. I know that you missing, but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback, nah. Told me that she good, she don't need jack, nah. I'm real proud of the steps you took just to get to the place that you at today. I couldn't tell you to you straight, I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the best to say. Now go ahead, get me out of here, I couldn't last a day. I got the city talking about me like I passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seed. Ooh, and she felt intrigued. Trying to duck the LMPD. Go and get your self-esteem. And she trying to link up. So much we got synced up. Pulled up in the dinged up whip. This ain't Pepto-Biz, what this pink stuff is. Gonna tell me. Yeah, you heard me, you ain't felt me. I've been moving, I've been shaking, go and hit me on the celly. Try to sell me on something while I hold it compelling. Ever since I've been gone like Kelly, they been trying to tell me about this and that. I ain't chatting with you, we ain't going tit for tat. Trying to tell me how to get in the bag. We're going to get in your bag, I'm about to get in it. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seed.
She right got me.
You change name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting nothing back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant, he said I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay. Look, sometimes you need the faith. Sometimes you need to know your worth. Sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden boy, but in front of the bay. You can't negotiate with Drake. You gon' have to pay. But wait, jugging on the main stage, the mainframe. Loosen up your face, baby. Sometimes I need a vacate, meditate, hydrate. hydrate. Protect my energy before engagement.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words, such a force of nature. I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see.